Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor and I help people navigate through their awakening process. And this video is going to share with you how you can find your divine purpose sometime this year. I made it titled This Year because to me that's more of a reasonable goal, because it can be a bit of a process to find your purpose. I wish I had the tools or the techniques or the magic cues to help you find it in an instant, but I don't. And if I did, I'd probably be a very rich man. I'd still be making the videos because I enjoy it, but you get what I'm saying. It's a bit of a process, but if you apply what I'm going to share with you in this video, you will be able to find your purpose. And there's a lot that is linked and connected with your purpose. When you find that purpose, for one, you feel whole, you feel joy, you feel a sense of purpose, which is very fulfilling, and it just feels very good. You're able to feel a certain unique type of release. A lot of you guys might have these feelings, these desires to do something. You don't know what it is that's driving you crazy. Once you find it, you get to those feelings, you get to It's like me when I make a video. Sometimes I'll just get an idea, and it'll be like, I'll feel it on a physical level, an idea for a video, and I'll be so like, that's why I get worked up so often during my videos. But when I get to actually make the video, it's like I get to release that pressure valve. Abundance, financial abundance, security, true happiness, all these things start to come when you find your purpose very fast. So here we go. So the first thing I would say to do is to conduct many experiments on what you suspect presently your purpose might be. I know when I was on the journey to find my purpose, I had a lot of ideas of what it could be. In fact, the notion that I had to pick one drove me up the wall. I said, how can I pick one? I really like this, and I really like this, as well as these 17 other things. And I don't want to reduce myself to only one of them because that's boring. But in a sense, that's a good thing. And I took my own advice. I applied this experiment with all of the things I enjoyed. As I mentioned before, I had many blogs, many vastly different types of YouTube channels. I've started gyms, I've joined, I'm not afraid to get myself out there. And you could see all the different things that turned out to not be my purpose as a failure or a setback or a tangent. But they all are connected. I can see that now. In the beginning I couldn't. And they have all led me to this, what I'm doing now, which fortunately allows me to take from and recall and use all of my different passions and sort of converge them into one thing. But I would never have found that one thing if I just sat and waited. For a while I did that. I just waited. I'm not doing anything until I find my purpose. But that purpose never came. The bills kept coming. The longing to find it just grew and grew and grew. And I knew I had to. I had to try. That pressure came over me in a similar way where I just had to start trying. So you got to just try something. I'm working with clients right now, and a lot of them, when I started with them, had no idea what their purpose was. And I told them the exact same thing. Start doing what you think it might be. And most of them started doing what they thought it was. And for the most of them, it's already sort of been molding and transitioning into other things that they would have never seen if they were just waiting for that purpose to come to them. They had to try and jump from the rock to rock to rock to rock, from failure to failure to failure. And then over the course of time, you finally find it. But you gotta start trying. You gotta start jumping on the rocks. Number 2 is to stay very flexible. Because the way this divine timing, this guidance from our higher self tends to work is a lot of times we feel very divinely guided, divinely inspired to do something. But then our minds come in and have expectations. We say, wow, this must be it. I had that same feeling of joy and excitement for all the different YouTube channels I started, and yet I only have the one now. And then I would pursue it. Like I had a fitness one, I had a medical marijuana one, I had a a few other different ones, how to like live off the grid, that sort of thing. And again, they all started with that desire that I want to do this. I'm going to try it. And then I would run into weird issues, weird problems. I would become incredibly bored with it. I just wouldn't want to do it. It felt like forced, like the creative juices just dried up and I had nothing. But that can be kind of stressful, because that can be interpreted as like it's depressing is what I'm trying to look for, because for example, I had this YouTube channel, Sustainable Six Pack, and it was my roundabout way of helping people transform themselves by trying to maintain a six pack, because in order to do that you have to be really balanced, on all levels. And I made over 100 YouTube videos. I had a website. I had probably 15 blog articles. I went out and I put a lot of energy into it. And then that sort of like, I hit that wall I was just talking about. And it was incredibly depressing. And I didn't want to believe that I had wasted all that time. I refused to see the information. I ignored the data and kept blindly going into it. And as I did that, my life just started to get really uncomfortable. And it was just, I was going way against the grain, and it was really crappy. So you got to try these things. Give it a good enough effort. Give it a month or 2 or 3. But also be willing to step back and analyze the feedback you're getting, because it might not be exactly it, but it might have been necessary to help point you into what will eventually be it for you. So stay very flexible. We can feel the divine guidance, we can take action on it, but then we got to let go and see what happens. It might have, again, just been a stepping stone for you, and that's okay. That's so beneficial and positive. And don't get too down, and don't get too fixed in anything. I went into severe, deep depressions every time I would attempt something, having thought I found my purpose, only to find that it wasn't it, and then I was left like at square one again. It was very hard, but you got to keep going. And that's number 3, is just keep going. Don't give up in the face of this type of failure, because it's tough. I've experienced failures in my life and challenges, and feeling naked without my purpose, and then having thought I had found it, only to discover after a lot of work and time and energy it's not it, and I'm back to square one. That was a tough blow, and I had several of them. I climbed up a lot of purpose hills just to get to the top and see, wow, god damn it, this is not it. I'd slide back down that hill, depressed, looking at all these other hills, clueless of what to do next. It's rough, but I didn't stop. I kept going, I kept trying, I kept climbing hills, and eventually I found my hill. And it is the most immaculate feeling. I wish I could just give it to you, but I can't. You gotta go find it yourself. It will change your life. It really will. Everyone has a purpose. Not everyone's gonna find it, because it's not easy. It's a big pain in the ass. It's a lot, very stressful, very depressing, and very challenging. But you guys watching this video, it's time to find your purpose. And that's why you're watching a video of this nature. And you will find it. But it might not just come to you in a dream one day. It might not just come to you during meditation. You might have to go out there, get your clothes dirty, get your hands dirty, and go find it. But again, the reward is worth it. It's more than worth it. It's life altering, and in so many ways, all positive. So, good luck, and I wish you all the best on this journey. If you find your purpose within the next year, throw it in the comment section. That'd be kind of neat. People listing their purposes. That's kind of probably unrealistic to actually expect anyone to do that. But anyway. So that's it, guys. I hope that helps you. It is my strong wish for you to discover your purpose as I have mine, because I know how awesome you will feel and how happy it will make you. So good luck with that. Namaste.